So as we mentioned, the Turkish news website says the CIA has a recording of a phone call in which Mohammed bin Salman gave instructions to, quote, silence Jamal Khashoggi as soon as possible. Tony Birtley has more from Istanbul.
More than 50 days after the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, and still the leaks in Turkey keep coming. On Thursday, there were more details of the crime revealed in the Hurriyet newspaper. This has been the go-to source about the latest evidence coming out of the Turkish government. It's claimed that the CIA has an audio recording of the Saudi Crown Prince ordering the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. It can't be independently corroborated, but the revelation backs up comments attributed to the CIA that Mohammed bin Salman's involvement was blindingly obvious, and most believe the leaks.
We're looking at the Turkish, what has been released. There hasn't been any contradictions. There has been just different, various information being leaked, and this is legal perspective and what prosecutors do.
Turkey has been careful not to accuse anyone by name, but the government said responsibility is with someone in the Saudi royal court.
To this day, we have not yet received responses to the questions we cannot answer. The international community wants this investigation to be concluded as soon as possible. We will continue to cooperate with everyone, especially Saudi Arabia. We are determined to carry out this process together with the international community, including our own investigation.
The European position has been very clear from the very beginning, and we have always been calling for a completely transparent and credible investigation that we have not seen yet completed. We expect that accountability is ensured, which means that those responsible, those really responsible for this terrible murder have to be taken accountable.
That's in contrast to the unmitigated stand of support President Donald Trump has given Saudi Arabia, but in reality the EU can do little to force accountability. And while Turkey has not yet asked for an international investigation, the government here is more focused on matters of joining the EU and improving relations with the US and Saudi Arabia.
Something that Saudi Arabia needs to acknowledge is that they need Turkish friendship in the region to maintain that stability. Okay, declaring a rivalry against Turkey, confronting with Turkey, is not necessarily in Saudi Arabia's interest, and nor is it in the interest of the region.
Both are regional heavyweights, both have considerable influence, and both are needed for stability in the region. They need to get along.
A first step could come at the G20 meeting in Argentina next week, when both the Turkish President, Mr. Erdogan, and the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will both attend. If they meet there, it will be the first time they've faced each other since Mr. Khashoggi was murdered. And that would be the first tentative step towards repairing the diplomatic fallout that this terrible crime has caused. Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Istanbul.